When my mother-in-law told me I would never be as good as his first wife, I looked at my husband and waited for him to defend me, but he just stared at his plate in silence. My name is Meadow. I am 38 years old. I got married 6 months ago. My husband is Thomas. He is 42 years old. Thomas was married before. His first wife died 3 years ago. Her name was Elena. We live in a house in the suburbs. The house is big and clean. It has white walls and large windows. Everything is in its place, but the house feels cold. It does not feel like my home. It feels like a museum. Elena's photos are on the walls. I see her face every day. She was very beautiful. Her favorite vase sits on the table. It is blue and white. I do not touch it. I do not move it. I walk softly in this house. I do not change things. I try to be small. I feel like a guest. But this is my home now. This is my marriage. Why do I feel like a stranger? Thomas is a good man. He is kind to me. But he is sad. He married me because he was lonely. I know this. He loved Elena very much. Sometimes I think he still loves her more than me. I love Thomas. I want to make him happy, but I feel like I'm competing with a ghost. Elena was perfect. She is perfect because she is dead. I am not perfect. I am real. I am here. But maybe that is not enough. Thomas has a mother. Her name is Martha. She lives near us. She comes to our house every Sunday. She has dinner with us. Martha is elegant. She wears nice dresses and pearls. Her hair's always perfect, but she is cold to me. She loved Elena very much. Elena was like a daughter to her. Last Sunday, I cooked dinner. I made roast beef. It is a classic American meal. I wanted to do well. I was very nervous. I set the table carefully. I put out the good plates. I put flowers in the center. Everything looked nice. Martha arrived at 6 o'clock. She kissed Thomas on the cheek. She looked at me and smiled, but her smile was not warm. We sat down to eat. I served the roast beef. I hoped it was good. My hands shook a little. Martha cut her meat. She put a piece in her mouth. She chewed slowly. She did not say anything. The silence was heavy. Thomas ate quickly. He looked at his phone. He did not look at me. Martha wiped her mouth with her napkin. Then she spoke. Elena's roast was never this dry, she said. Her voice was calm. She knew exactly how Thomas liked it. The words hit me like stones. I felt my face get hot. I wanted to cry. But I did not cry. I just nodded. I ate my dry meat. I swallowed my tears with it. Thomas did not say anything. He did not defend me. Maybe he did not hear. Or maybe he pretended not to hear. I do not know. After dinner, Martha went home. Thomas went to watch TV. I cleaned the kitchen alone. I threw away most of the roast beef. Nobody wanted it. I stood at the sink and looked out the window. It was dark outside. I felt so alone. I was alone in my own marriage. Elena was a saint now. She was perfect because she was gone. She could not make mistakes anymore. She could not burn dinner or say the wrong thing. She was frozen in time. She was forever young and forever perfect. But I am here. I am real. I make mistakes. I burn the roast beef. I buy the wrong flowers. I laugh too loud sometimes. I am not Elena. I will never be Elena. And maybe that is my biggest crime. I wanted to make the house feel like mine. I went to the store. I bought new cushions for the sofa. They were blue. I liked blue. The old cushions were beige. Beige was boring. I put the blue cushions on the sofa. They looked nice. They made me smile. The room looked different. It looked like I lived there too. 2 days later, Martha came to visit. She did not call first. She just arrived. She walked into the living room. She saw the blue cushions. She stopped. She looked at them for a long time. Then she sighed. It was a long, sad sigh. Elena had such exquisite taste, she said. She touched the blue fabric. Beige made the room look bigger. This blue makes it look cheap. She did not look at me. She just shook her head and walked away. That night, I put the blue cushions in the closet. I brought back the beige ones. I put them on the sofa. The room looked the same again, like nothing changed, like I was never there. I went to the grocery store on Wednesday. I needed milk and bread. I walked down the aisles slowly. I looked at the vegetables. 2 women stood near the tomatoes. They were Martha's friends. I recognized them from church. They saw me. They started to whisper. They thought I could not hear, but I heard everything. That's the new wife, one said. She's nice, the other said. But she's not Elena. They shook their heads. Then they walked away. I stood there with my basket. I felt very small. I felt like everyone was watching me. Everyone was comparing me, and I always lost. Elena was special in this town. She was the head of the PTA. She organized charity events. Everyone loved her. Everyone knew her. I am not like that. I am quiet. I like to read books. I like to work in the garden. I do not like big crowds. I do not organize events. But that makes me wrong. That makes me less. That makes me not enough. I go to church on Sundays. People smile at me, but their smiles are not real. They are polite. They are cold. I know what they think. They think Thomas made a mistake. They think he should have waited longer or married someone better, someone more like Elena. One night, I tried to talk to Thomas. It was late. We were in bed. The lights were off. Do you like the new curtains? I asked. I had bought new curtains for the bedroom. They were cream-colored. Very simple. Thomas sighed. He sounded tired. They are fine, Meadow, he said. Whatever you want. He turned over. He went to sleep. I lay in the dark. I wanted to cry. Thomas was there next to me, but he felt so far away. He did not see me. He did not see how hard I was trying. He did not see the war between me and his mother. He just wanted peace. He wanted quiet. He wanted no problems. But I was drowning, and he did not notice. Then came the anniversary. 3 years since Elena died. The date was marked on the calendar. I saw it coming. I felt afraid. The house felt heavy that day. The air felt thick. Thomas did not talk much. He looked sad. He looked at Elena's photos all morning. Martha came over in the afternoon. She did not knock. She just walked in. She was crying. She went straight to Thomas. She hugged him. She cried on his shoulder. 3 years, she said. I miss her so much. Thomas cried too. He held his mother. They talked about Elena. They remembered stories. They laughed and cried. I stood in the doorway. I watched them. They did not look at me. They did not talk to me. It was like I was not there. I felt like an intruder. This was my house, but I did not belong in this moment. This moment was for Elena, for her memory, for the people who loved her. I walked to the kitchen. I made tea. I did not want tea. I just needed to do something. I needed to escape. I stood at the counter. I listened to them cry in the other room, and I realized something terrible. I was lonely. I was lonely in my own marriage. I lived with Thomas, but I was alone. He was not really my husband. He was Elena's husband. He always would be. And I was just the woman who lived in her house. Thomas's birthday was coming. I wanted to do something special. I wanted to show him I loved him. I wanted to prove I was a good wife. I planned a small party, just the three of us. Thomas, Martha, and me. I knew Martha had to come. She always came. I went shopping. I bought decorations. I bought his favorite food. And I decided to bake a cake. Thomas loves chocolate. He told me that once. He said chocolate cake was his favorite. So I made a chocolate lava cake. It took me all afternoon. I worked very hard. The cake looked beautiful. I also bought him a gift. It was a vintage watch. Thomas liked old watches. He looked at them in shop windows. I saved money for 2 months. I bought the watch he wanted. I wrapped it in blue paper. I put it on the table. I felt proud. I felt happy. Maybe this would be a good day. Maybe this would be our day. But then Martha arrived. She came early, 2 hours early. She walked in with a big box. She smiled at me. It was not a warm smile. I brought a cake, she said. She opened the box. Inside was a lemon cake. It was pale yellow and perfect. Elena always made lemon chiffon for Thomas's birthday, Martha said. It is his tradition. He loves it. My heart sank. I looked at my chocolate cake on the counter. It suddenly looked wrong. Martha put her cake on the dining table, right in the center. Then she saw my cake. She picked it up. She moved it to the side table, near the wall, where nobody would see it. We need room for the important things, she said. I said nothing. I just watched. Thomas came home at 6 o'clock. He walked into the dining room. He saw the lemon cake. His face changed. He smiled, but it was a sad smile. Lemon chiffon, he said softly, just like old times. He did not look at my cake. He did not see it. Or maybe he saw it and did not care. We sat down for dinner. I cooked chicken and potatoes. Everyone ate, but nobody talked much. Then Martha started to tell stories. Stories about Elena. Stories about past birthdays. Stories about the good old days. Thomas listened. He smiled. He laughed sometimes. He was happy when he remembered. I tried to join the conversation. I tried to talk about the future. Maybe we can take a vacation next month, I said. We can go to the mountains. It will be nice. Martha looked at me. Her eyes were cold. Thomas and Elena went to the mountains every fall, she said. They loved it there. They had a special place. She turned back to Thomas. She kept talking. She cut me off. Like I said nothing. Like I was not there. I sat quietly. I felt invisible. Then Martha put down her fork. She looked at me. Really looked at me. Her face was cold and hard. You try so hard, dear, she said. Her voice was soft, but her words were sharp. But you must know something. She paused. The room was very quiet. Elena was the love of his life. You are just companionship. She was better than you in every way. You will never fill her shoes. The words hung in the air, heavy and cruel. I looked at Thomas. I waited. I wanted him to say something. I wanted him to defend me. I wanted him to tell his mother she was wrong. But Thomas said nothing. He looked down at his plate. He did not move. He did not speak. The clock on the wall ticked, loud and slow. Tick, tick, tick. My heart broke right there at the table. I felt it crack inside my chest. I stood up. My legs shook. I wanted to scream. I wanted to cry. But I did not. I just whispered, I think I am done trying. My voice was quiet, but they heard me. I walked away. I left the dining room. I left the birthday cake. I left the wrapped gift. I left everything. I went to the bedroom. I closed the door. I did not lock it. I just sat on the bed in the dark. I did not pack a bag. Not yet. I just sat there. The pain was real. It was physical. My chest hurt. My stomach hurt. I felt sick. I could not do this anymore. I could not be second best. I could not fight a ghost. I could not live in a museum. I was a real person. I was alive. I had feelings. I had worth. But nobody saw that. Nobody cared. I sat in the dark and cried. I cried for myself. I cried for my broken marriage. I cried because I knew what I had to do. I had to leave. The next morning, I woke up early. It was Saturday. The sun came through the window, but I did not feel warm. I got out of bed. I took my suitcase from the closet. I opened it on the bed. I started to pack my clothes. I folded each piece slowly. My hands were steady. I was calm. I was sad, but I was calm. I knew what I had to do. Thomas woke up. He saw me. He saw the suitcase. His eyes went wide. What are you doing? He asked. I did not stop packing. I put a sweater in the suitcase. I am leaving, Thomas, I said. My voice was quiet. I cannot be a shadow. I cannot be a ghost. I am alive. Thomas sat up fast. He looked afraid. Meadow, please, he said. Wait. Let's talk. I stopped. I looked at him. I felt so tired. Tired of trying. Tired of hurting. Your mother is right, I said. I am not Elena, and you never wanted me to be me. You just wanted someone to stop the silence. The words came out slowly, not with anger, with sadness, deep sadness. You married me because you were lonely, I said. But you never let me in. You never chose me. You never protected me. I have been alone this whole time. Thomas's face changed. He looked like I hit him. He looked shocked. I did not know, he said. I did not see. You did not want to see, I said. I went back to packing. I put my shoes in the suitcase. Thomas got out of bed. He came to me. He put his hand on my arm. Please, he said. Please, wait. Give me 1 hour. Just 1 hour. I looked at his face. He was crying. I had never seen him cry before. Not for me. 1 hour, I said. That is all. I stopped packing. I sat on the bed. I waited. Thomas got dressed quickly. He looked nervous. He kept looking at me, like I might disappear. Then we heard the front door open. Martha. She always came on Saturday mornings. Thomas, she called. I brought muffins. Thomas looked at me. Then he walked out of the bedroom. I followed him. Martha was in the living room. She saw my suitcase by the door. She saw my coat on top of it. She smiled. It was a thin, cold smile. Is she leaving? She asked Thomas. She did not look at me. Maybe it is for the best, Thomas. You can start fresh. Find someone more suitable. That was it. That was the moment. Thomas walked across the room. He stood between me and his mother. His back was straight. He stood tall. I had never seen him stand like that. Mother, stop, he said. His voice was clear and strong. Martha looked surprised. Her mouth opened. Excuse me, she said. Thomas reached back. He took my hand. He held it tight, very tight. Then he looked at his mother. Right in her eyes. Elena's gone, Mother, he said. We loved her, but she is gone. Martha's face went white. I did not marry a shadow, Thomas said. I married a living woman. He pulled me forward. He held my hand up. I married the woman I chose, he said, and I choose her. Meadow is not second best. She is my wife. His voice got stronger. If you cannot respect her, you cannot be in this house. The room was silent. So silent. I could hear my own heartbeat. Martha stared at her son. She had never heard him talk like this. Never. Thomas, she said. Her voice shook. I am your mother, and she is my wife, Thomas said. You will treat her with respect, or you will leave. Martha's eyes filled with tears, but she did not cry. She just stood there. Then she looked at me, really looked at me. For the first time, she did not say sorry. She did not say anything. She just picked up her purse. She walked to the door. She left. The door closed. The house was quiet. Thomas still held my hand. He held it so tight. His hand was shaking. I looked at him. I felt his grip. It was the shield I always prayed for. It was the protection I needed. For the first time in 6 months, I felt safe. Thomas turned to me. His face was wet with tears. I am so sorry, he said. I am so sorry, Meadow. He pulled me close. He held me. I felt his heart beating fast. I was a coward, he said. I let you suffer. I let her hurt you. I am so sorry. I put my arms around him. I held him too. I cried into his shoulder. We stood there for a long time, just holding each other. The house felt different. The air felt lighter. Something had changed. Something important. After Martha left, the house was quiet. But it was a different kind of quiet. It was not heavy anymore. It was peaceful. Thomas and I stood in the living room. He still held my hand. "I am sorry I let you carry this alone," he said. "I'm sorry I was a coward." His voice broke. He cried. I had never seen him cry like this. I did not say it was okay, because it was not okay. Not yet. "I need things to change," I said. "Real change. Not just words." Thomas nodded. He wiped his eyes. "Yes," he said, "I will change. We will change. Together." I looked at my suitcase by the door. I did not unpack it right away. I left it there. I needed to see if he meant his words. Thomas saw me looking at the suitcase. He understood. "What do you need?" he asked. "Tell me. I will do it." I thought for a moment. Then I knew. "The photos," I said. "Elena's photos. They're everywhere. I cannot live in a museum anymore." Thomas looked at the walls. He saw Elena's face looking back at us. He was quiet for a long time. Then he nodded. "You are right," he said. "Let's change it. Today." We spent the whole weekend changing the house. First, we took down Elena's photos. Thomas did it carefully. He was gentle with them. He still loved her. I understood that, but he was choosing me now. We put the photos in a beautiful album. Thomas wrote her name on the cover. He put the album on a shelf in his office. A private place. A respectful place. Then we put up new photos. Photos from our wedding. Photos from our trips together. Photos of us smiling. Us laughing. Us living. The walls looked different. They looked alive. I brought back the blue cushions from the closet. I put them on the sofa. "I like blue," I said. Thomas smiled. A real smile. "I like blue too," he said. We hung new curtains together. Thomas held the ladder. I put up the hooks. We worked as a team. We moved Elena's vase to the office with the photos. I put my own vase on the table. It was green glass, simple and bright. I put fresh flowers in it, yellow daisies. My favorite. The house stopped looking like a museum. It started looking like a home for two living people. On Sunday, Thomas asked me what I wanted for dinner. "I do not want to cook roast beef," I said. I felt nervous, but I said it. Thomas laughed. It was a good laugh. "Good," he said. "I never liked roast beef that much anyway." We went out for pizza. We sat in a small restaurant. We talked and laughed. It felt easy. It felt normal. "Let's make this our Sunday tradition," Thomas said. "Yes," I said. "Our tradition, not someone else's." We started doing new things together. Thomas signed us up for dancing lessons. We were terrible at first. We stepped on each other's feet, but we laughed. Thomas started to notice me, really notice me. One morning I was reading a book. Thomas came and sat next to me. "I love how you read," he said. "You get so lost in the story. It is beautiful." I looked up. I felt warm inside. Another day, I was laughing at something on TV. Thomas looked at me. "I love your laugh," he said. "It makes the house feel happy." These small words meant everything. He saw me. He chose me. Every day he chose me. We talked more. late at night in bed, early in the morning over coffee. We talked about our feelings, our fears, our hopes. I was afraid to move on, Thomas said one night. I felt guilty, like loving you meant forgetting her. You do not have to forget her, I said. She was part of your life, but I am your life now. Thomas held my hand in the dark. Yes, he said, you are my life now. The house changed. We changed. Our marriage changed. It was not perfect. We still had hard days, but we faced them together. I unpacked my suitcase. I put my clothes back in the closet. I was staying. This was my home now. Really my home. 1 year later, it was Thanksgiving. I stood in my kitchen. I was cooking dinner. The turkey was in the oven. The smell was good. The house was warm. Thomas was in the living room. He was watching football on TV. He was happy and relaxed. The doorbell rang. Martha arrived. She came in quietly. She kissed Thomas on the cheek. Then she turned to me. Hello, Meadow, she said. Her voice was polite, not warm but polite. Hello, Martha, I said. Come in. Dinner is almost ready. Martha was different now. She was quieter. She learned something important. If she wanted to see her son, she had to respect his wife. She did not visit every Sunday anymore. She called first now. She asked if it was okay to come. She did not compare me to Elena anymore. At least, not out loud. We sat down for dinner. I put the food on the table. Turkey, potatoes, vegetables, and stuffing. The stuffing was my own recipe. I used apples and herbs. It was different from what Elena used to make. Martha took some stuffing. She put it on her plate. She took a bite. She chewed slowly. Thomas and I watched her. The table was quiet. Then Martha spoke. This is different, she said. She paused. But good. It was not an apology. But it was something. It was peace. I smiled. Thomas smiled too. We ate our dinner. We talked about small things, the weather, the neighbors, normal things. It was not perfect, but it was okay. And okay was enough. After dinner, Martha left early. Thomas and I cleaned up together. I stood at the kitchen sink. I washed the dishes. I looked out the window. The sky was dark. Stars were coming out. I thought about the words second wife. They used to hurt me so much. They used to mean I was second best, like a silver medal, like a runner-up. But now I saw it differently. Yes, I was the second wife. That was true, but I was not the second choice. Thomas chose me. He chose me because he loved me. Not because I was like Elena, because I was me. Love is not a competition. It is not about being better than a ghost. It is about being present, being real, being alive. Thomas did not save me. He just stood up. He just protected me. But in that moment, we saved each other. I was not a shadow anymore. I was not invisible. I was Meadow, and this was my home. I felt arms around me. Thomas hugged me from behind. He put his chin on my shoulder. Thank you for today, he said. Thank you for being patient with my mother. She is trying, I said. That is enough. Thomas kissed my cheek. I love you, he said. I love you, Meadow. Just you. I turned around. I looked at his face. I saw love there. Real love. For me. I love you too, I said. We stood in the kitchen. The warm light was on above us. The dishes were still dirty, but we did not care. The house was warm. There were no ghosts here anymore, just us. Two people who chose each other. Two people building a life together. I was the second wife, but I was the right wife. His wife. And that was all that mattered.